Hello and welcome back to Rung the Life is Art YouTube channel. I'm here with a design team project for That's Just Penny on Etsy. She's got some gorgeous designs and this is a very overdue project for her. I kept meaning to record and then I've been losing my voice and my asthma's been playing up, but enough of the excuses. It's finally here and I hope it's worth the wait. It was meant to be a TN size now. I don't know whether it was, forgot to unclick the fit to page on my printer. It's ended up being a bit larger. The height of it was 8¼ but I also laminated it, so it's ended up going closer to just under 8½. But this way, for some reason, I've got it over 4½ and laminated just under 4¾ inches, so I'm not sure what's happened there. So I'm not going to be advertising it as a TN, but it's just going to be a standalone journal, although I have tried it in that makeshift TN cover that I made a while back and shared with you all on Instagram, I think it was, or Facebook. It does fit into that, so I guess it's a personal preference whether you try seeing if it fits in yours or not, but I'm selling it just as a TN sized journal. So going on with this video, that's a cover that's actually supplied in the digital kit. I've trimmed it down a little. It's got a stamp of a peacock feather there, some beautiful artwork there. I've used a 5-hole pamphlet stitch and black eyelets with organza ribbon closure, and like I said before, I've laminated it as well. So the reason for that was I've added this inside, but I wanted to be able to stick like post-it notes and things like that as well, or you could put samples of washi tape if you wanted, so it's somewhere where you can put things on and remove as well. I've added the pocket pages, or what some people will know as the trading card wallets. I've cut that down and added it as a page inside this journal, the junk journal, so that you've got some little pockets to put some ATC size cards or some of these like coin envelopes into, so you can pop in extra things into these. Excuse me. I've just done a bit of fuzzy cutting from the kit and added a feather and some bling there. That's like a journal card that comes with all of the kits. I've left it empty so you can just put what you wanted in there, so to embellish your journal on the go. So you've got all the little things in there already. That's just a craft card, stuck on craft card, some blings, buttons and some stickles. And then this postcard, it comes with the kit as well, so that's just left on paper and I've just distress inked it with vintage photo from Tim Holtz. Excuse me, just had to take a sip of water there with my dry throat. Excuse me. This is some lined paper, very beautiful. They're kind of teals and blues and greens, but then there's pops of colour as well. Like you have the yellows and the reds as well coming through. I really like that. That's just a stamp of the peacock feather there. I've not embellished the pages as much so that it's left to the recipient to do. I think that's one of my favourite pages. I just love how the feather's coming up. And it prints in different qualities depending on the quality of your paper. So on photo papers, it's a lot more vibrant, and I've laminated it there. That's different, prints differently on card, different on tea stain paper. So you've got to play around and see what works for you. I like that. It looks like a little doily in the background. I was going to stamp "This journal belongs to," but then I thought if you're buying it for yourself, you might just want to put in a little message or a favourite quote, inspirational quote there instead. So I decided to leave it blank and leave it to the recipient to add what they wanted in there. More lined paper, used some coloured paper as well. You get these in the kit, and I think they're really nice as page tabs as well. So I've stuck a double one on there. Some petaloo flowers. I've altered a paper clip there, and it says Dreamer. I think there's about 5 altered paper clips on this. Now, when you take that off, it's actually a pocket page, and inside I've just put some pieces of thin card that I had. I just turned them into journaling cards. So you can use them as photo mats or journaling cards. That's entirely up to you. I think this is actually produced from a local artist as well, which Penny's used in her kits. So do pop over and check her Etsy store. The kit's called Boho Peacock again. That's the cover one, shrunk down, so you've got the full peacock on there. Got a flip out page here, which I've attached with some washi tape, so you could probably move it about as well if you didn't want it there. Gorgeous butterfly with all the peacock colours. I've got this printed on a mixture of papers and cards as well, I think, as far as I could remember, or it was all on thin card. But I like the variations in the lines as well. You've got some thick lines and then you've got some thinner lines as well. So if you're one of those people who like to have a lot to say or less to say, you can just pick out a page that you want to journal on that day. More washi tape. Now, I'm going to class this as a vintage peacock feather because I have had this for so many decades. I've actually been using that as a bookmark, but I thought I'd pass it on. I could have used a new peacock feather, which I had, but just with the junk journaling theme, I thought, time to pass it on. It's gorgeous. And then I've stuck different shades of some glitter tape there to hold it in place. You've got some craft paper there with washi tape. Oh, petaloo flowers, that's part of the kit again. Another altered paper clip. And a journaling card inside. I like how it's got purples and things in as well. Now on this side I've made a large tag. I had a feathered embossing folder, so I've used that, and then I've just rubbed ink pad over it to get that effect, and then just highlighted those with some fine liners. And on the back, what I did was I attached this envelope, part of an envelope, so you can write on here, and I've added an index card inside as well, so you've got even more writing space there. If it's not your thing, I guess you could stick it down somewhere. So if you just popped glue along those edges, stuck it down like that, you've got a tuck spot there. I've added some organza ribbon and some crochet thread there as well. You'll have to excuse the lighting. I thought I'd film in natural lighting, but the sun keeps getting hidden by clouds, so either it's a really bright light or it's kind of dulling off, but I hope you'll pick up the colours anyway. So we've got some pinks as well. That's a lovely gold washi. I don't have much of that left, but I kind of thought it looks scaly, like maybe the peacock feet, so I popped that on. And these are some flowers. They look like feathers too. I like the layering of the print on that one, almost a textured effect. That's just some scrapbook paper I had left over, so I've popped that in there. And it also comes with an index card, and there's a couple of these printouts that I had left over. I think they'd make nice little coasters as well, if anyone's into that, or maybe if you just did some stitching around there and had some threads hanging, you could use it as a bookmark too. If you don't want to use it on anything like that, you know how we have the doilies and we fold it over or stick it on partly and you've got a tuck spot. So there's lots of options of what that you can play around with for that. Some scrapbook paper, another flower and feather there. It's got slight hints of blue just at the tips there. Here's what I meant with the tuck spot. I'll just use that card for now. So you've got a tuck spot there and another tuck spot there. So you could add those peacock ones over there instead if you wanted. The paisleys on this reminded me of the peacock feathers as well for some reason. Another double tuck spot there. Some more scrapbook papers. That's the pocket page. These come with the kit as well, that one and that image. And that's just some scrapbook paper that I had. I've tried my best not to do much grunging on this. So it's up to you. If you feel like inking your pages, you can do. That looked a bit like ledger paper to me. And the peacock there. And then these were some flowers, which I've just fuzzy cut and stuck along the top, just to add a bit of interest. And those, I think they're leaves, but they looked like a feather, so I've popped that there. You can write on here, you can stick photographs on here, or you could put a piece of paper on if you find it difficult to write on that, and just stick it down as a flip up if you wanted. So you've got a postcard there and another one of these pocket pages. I thought I'd used it as another journaling spot instead. That would look cute with a little wallet size or passport size picture stuck over there, I think. Or maybe you've had a trip and you can tuck your ticket there and stick it down. Lovely blues there. Like the stamped effect there on that page. And then that's your centre page. And what I've done is I had this charm and I've stuck on the gems myself. Sticking with the theme, so I hope that picks it up if it focuses. And that just dangles at the bottom. That's another of my favourite images from this kit. I seem to be saying that on quite a few of them, don't I? But it's a beautiful kit with lots of different colours. So there's something to suit everyone. Here I'd use those round coaster styles and stuck it down there. Actually, I didn't. It's just tucked behind there. But it's something you could do. You could create another belly band and stick that on instead. That would look really nice. I thought I'd stuck that one down. I think it was something I was considering doing, but then thought it got covered by the flowers. So that's another halted paper clip there with the peacock. You could add on some rhinestones onto that one as well, but I thought I'd leave it as is. And then I just put some pink lined paper there as well for an extra journaling spot. It's almost an A4 size. I had to trim it down just a little bit. You could stick these onto there as well to keep it in with the theme. So it just all goes behind that belly band. And it's also a pocket page as well. I think I got some these insert cards I got in a swap on Facebook. So I'm not sure which kit it comes from. There's some more of these round tabs that you could use. Oops, that was one. More journaling space or doodles. This is another pocket page here. Another of those tag pages with the index card and envelope. Another envelope pocket page, that is the other side, and that's got another of your coaster things in as well. keep calling them coasters. There's a few different sizes. Some of the larger ones, I think they look a bit like coasters. So you've got a small index card in there, and then another one of these scrapbook flipbook pages. There's your peacock again, and it opens up. And this time I put some of this silvery grey textured card. I just really like the feel of that. So you've got a few textures in here in this book as well. An index card with the double tuck spot. It's the double tuck spot there. I didn't put something in every tuck spot so that you had space to put some of your own in, and I didn't want to make it too bulky. This is part of the kit too. And just some scrapbook page that I had left over. So took that there. And they're petaloo flowers again. That's from the Zine kit, I think. You get a journal kit and a Zine kit. And I'm going to be showing you because that's another couple of projects I've done with the same papers from the kits. So that's a coin envelope that I've attached. So it flips up. And then I've added some scrapbook paper in there. I won't pull it out so it's easy. That's another of the postcards there. Some scrapbook paper like there. So that's a double pocket there with your flip up. You've got some flowers there and a long journal card there. I found it hard to stick to picking out one colour from this kit, and then I thought because peacocks are so colourful anyway, and my channel Rangde means colour it, I thought why not, let's just have a nice blend of all the different colours. Now this, I think they were meant to be washi tape, for washi tape when you print it out. So if you printed it on some stickers, you could cut them up and use them as washi. But I thought I made a really nice envelope. But I didn't glue it down, so you had journaling spots there as well, so you could write there if you wanted. So, cute little envelope. And that was made on my envelope punch board. Another of the fuzzy cut flowers, and I just put some washi tape up there. You don't really need to do much with this kit, it just brings itself together. Just put a little altered tag there, a paper clip there, sorry. And that's another flip out, which I think you could move around. I don't think I glued it down. So some glitter washi tape there, just tying the colours in again. You've got another peacock there. If you know me, I love peacocks, the feathers especially. So any designs with peacock feathers and peacocks on, I really like that. And my florals, obviously, especially roses. But I like all florals. So another postcard. And I like how the colours all come together in this as well, in these little pockets and cards as well that are included with the kit. It's a different type of washi there. I think you can just about get the different texture of it. That's the inside cover which I've used over there. If you can see the difference now in the quality and the style of printouts, but you want to be able to write on it here, so I like that as well. Life isn't waiting for the storm to pass, it's about learning to dance in the rain. Always turn a negative into a positive. And then I had a few things left over, so I've took them into this one. So you've got a few banners. And then there's the mini ledger style ones. There's another ATC card style journaling card that I made. I left them blank at the back so you could put whatever you wanted on. And then that's another empty coin envelope, so you can put a few things in there just to keep safe while you're journaling on the go. So I'll be putting that up on my Etsy if anybody's interested in purchasing. And do remember to pop over to that's just penny on Etsy. That's where it's available. Now I did get a copy from her for the Zine kit as well, so I turned it into 3 projects. So I'll just show you the Zine. My printer ran out of ink, so that didn't print out right. It's supposed to be the same as the page you saw in the main kit, but I still really liked it, so I like how it came out, so I still used it. I've printed it on thin card instead of paper. There's lots of YouTube videos too that show you how to make a Zine, so you can follow that. But I printed it on card so I could use that in a journal as well if I wanted. So sorry. So you have that when you open it up. And I didn't embellish these, so you've got, it's more like you've got space for journaling. If you can see, the colours turned out different because of the ink, but it still looks nice. And then I didn't close them, so I've got little tags in all of them. So you've got the round peacock one there, and then I've stuck some cream limed paper on that one, and they all took in. This has to happen when you're filming. I've been practicing off camera, and they were going in and out very nicely, and now I'm struggling. Just ink at the edges with some black, but that's another paper that comes, and I'll show you something what I've used it on as well. You know, I'm going to pop them in later. I'll just take them all out so you can see what they look like. So you've got all these little journaling cards as well inside. They're all plain on the back, so you can journal on both sides. So that's all of them 4. And then you also get a printout to create this cover, which I think is absolutely gorgeous and a very brilliant idea. And that's what I was talking about. That's what I used those on to do the insides. So I've not got to do any work at all. I just printed on both sides, and that's what I came out with. And if you're into ATCs, you could actually, I'll show you my 3rd project. You could put your ATC inside there when you're doing a trade and gift it like that. How cute would that be? Or if that's not for you and you like creating journals, just put a little bit of a ribbon or eyelet there, and this can work as a little mini journal as well for you. So that's my 2nd project. And then the 3rd project that I hinted towards was the ATC cards, which I've created using these Zines. And that's here. I've just popped it in the envelope so you can see how easy that would be to post if you were sending it out to anyone. And I've done it in a pocket letter style, so it shows you how people can use this for the pocket letter trades as well, or just as journaling cards. Very versatile. So that's my full, it's going to look a bit weird sideways, but that's just showing you all 9 cards there. And I tend to make them in 3s for some reason, I don't know why. But that's my first set of 3. I thought if I decided to trade this, I could put the initial of or the name of whoever I was sending it to there, and maybe a little inspirational quote into that. I could stick that on. I've done fuzzy cutting there, and those are all different items inside there. I've stuck it on craft paper, and then that's the 2nd set of 3. Again, could stick a little picture there to personalize it, and maybe a flower or something, or some embellishment on that one, if I use them as the artist trading cards. And same goes for those. But because I was thinking of using them as journaling cards as well inside a journal that I'll create, what I did was these papers that we showed on the Zine, and the TN journals. I've printed them off, so you've got lined effect on the back there. So you can do your journaling on that, or if I do decide to use them as ATCs, I can put the details back there. And then I tried the ledger paper as well on one of them, just to see how that would look on the back, and that turned out quite nice as well. So that's the back of those ATC size journaling cards, or cards, depending on how you go about it. So I hope you enjoyed that. And Penny, I'm sorry for the delay, but I hope it was worth the wait. So that's my 3 projects for the design Boho Peacock set that's available on Etsy. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you again soon. Thank you.